All right, hello Sagittarius. Thank you so much for joining us for your weekly reading for the week of February 21st to February 28th. We're going to be pulling a bunch of cards here to get an idea of your general energies going into this week, as well as any challenges that you'll be facing and some advice on how to overcome those challenges. So basically going into this next week, Sagittarius, we have the Emperor card, which is telling you that you just have like a lot of strength and focus right now. You're kind of like in a position where you have like a lot of stability. You're at least in like a really stable position, which I think has been the case for Sagittarius for most of the readings that we've done so far on this channel. So you're just like in a position right now where you at least have like a really stable ground to stand on. Here in your recent past, we have the Hanged Man. So you kind of like overturned a situation, kind of like reevaluated what some things mean to you. And interestingly enough, going into your future, we have like your general energy as the Emperor card, and then going into the coming future, going into like the soon-to-be future, we have the Empress card here, which is also represented here on the side. So the Empress card really just in a spot of like feeling incredibly, not just having stability, but like basking in like your own authenticity. So I think that right now you've turned things over, you've reevaluated certain situations, probably because of that stability that you have in life right now, and you're really able to bask in your own like authenticity right now. I think that right now you're not feeling very fake. Basically, you're feeling as though like you're in a really stable position where you can kind of be yourself a little bit more. Here with your external factors, kind of like how you're not external factors, but your area of above, so how you're presenting yourself to the world. We have the Five of Pentacles card. So I think that right now you can still feel like a little bit outcast from some sort of situation. Sagittarius, I think that if you're in a position where you've been outcast from some sort of situation, or you're facing some like big obstacles, you still have like a lot of stability. You have like a strong group around you, or you have like people who are like really helping you out right now. And because of that, you're able to find strength in those adversities and like strength in like those challenges, basically. Here in your subconscious, though, we have the Nine of Wands card. So not everything's totally perfect all the time. Even though you might have like a lot of strength and everything and like what you're doing, there's still some like challenges and obstacles that you're gonna face, and that's kind of what we're talking about here. Those are like the challenges and obstacles that you're facing. Could be something internal as well that you're kind of like mulling over. There could just be like a lot of like personal things that you're having to like resolve right now. But I think through resolving those things and through resolving those conflicts within yourself, you're gonna just come into a much better position. And I think that you're already in a really strong position too. So I think that this is an incredibly easy journey, hopefully. All right, Sagittarius, I dropped a bunch of cards, so we're gonna pull some new ones here. So here in your area of advice, we have the Four of Swords card, and in your area of external factors, we have the Eight of Cups card. Here in your area of advice, we have the Four of Swords card. So this could be just telling you that right now, you don't need to worry too much about like whatever conflicts that you're facing. You don't need to stress out too much about them, because there's going to be like an ability for you to rest and relax on the horizon at least. In your area of external factors, we have the Eight of Cups card. I think that you're going to be presented with so many opportunities soon, Sagittarius, that you're going to be able to walk away from like a lot of things that aren't really serving you. I think that if you want to make some kind of career change, for instance, you're going to be presented with so many new opportunities that you're going to be able to walk away from even like really positive things. Like maybe you got like offered like this great job or something, but it's not really suited for you. You're going to be able to just walk away from it, basically. Or if you're expecting to be, if you want to go to like a great school or something, and you feel like right now, like, okay, I'm feeling beaten up because I've had to put in so many applications and I feel like I'm not going to get anything in return. I think that the return is going to be, you're going to be given so many acceptances to so many schools that you're going to be able to choose whatever you want, basically. And you're going to be able to walk away from a lot of the things that were giving you conflict. It's like you thought that you wanted those things, but you really didn't. You just applied for them because it was like a backup or something. So if there's like a lot of like careers, if you're kind of like job hunting right now, basically, and beating yourself up over that, I'd say like don't beat yourself up too much, because there's going to be so many opportunities for you that you're gonna have to walk away from some of those things. Here in your area of hopes and fears, we have the Tower card. I don't think that there's a big tower moment coming for you, especially in the area of hopes and fears. This is really just something that you're kind of like afraid of right now. I think that you're just constantly worried about some sort of calamity coming, because there's so much strength here and stability, especially with those Emperor card and the Empress card. There's so much strength and stability that I can almost feel as though maybe there's some threat looming on the horizon, like something's gonna upend everything. That's not the case though. Like this isn't, life isn't a movie, so bad things don't happen when they're going great. I think that things are going great for you, Sagittarius, and they're probably gonna continue to go pretty well. Here with your outcome, we have the World card. A big completion of a cycle is on the horizon for you. I think that really you're just kind of resolving a lot of internal conflicts right now. If you're feeling like a little anxious about stepping into some sort of career, or maybe like I won't get any of these jobs, or I won't be accepted to any schools or something, I think that you shouldn't feel too worried. You're gonna be accepted into a lot of things, and then you're gonna look back on it and think to yourself like, okay, why was I even so worried in the first place? That's like the big general energy that I'm getting here for this reading. It's like I think that was your reading for like 2 weeks ago. It's like don't beat yourself up. I think that Sagittarius just like constantly like self-doubting when they really don't need to be, basically, because you have a lot of strength, and it's going to translate into great things, and then you're going to look back and think like, oh, that wasn't a big deal. So Sagittarius, here at the end of the reading, we're going to pull 3 cards for 3 yes, no, or maybe questions. So if you want to pause the video and think of those 3 questions, I'm going to pull 1, 2, and 3. For your first question, I have a bit of a yes on that, actually. For your second question, I have a maybe, and for your last question, I have a definite yes. So Sagittarius, thank you so much for joining us at 3 Rabbit Tarot. If this reading resonated with you, please check out your sun, moon, and rising as well. We were gonna do like a 100 subscriber bonus clarification reading for this week, but I felt like it was a little bit overkill and kind of not really helpful for the subscribers at this point. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna do a 100 subscriber monthly reading. So every time that we hit 100 subscribers, we're gonna do a monthly reading. So starting for March, hopefully next week, they'll all be posted. So you'll have like a monthly reading to give you a general energy for the whole month, and then you can plug in these weekly readings as we go. So Sagittarius, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week.